Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dreams Unveiled with my host, Melissa Salazar.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And I am Daun Whittaker, and it's so good to have you. And today we are doing another... We're going to put this in here.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Today we are going to talk about common dream symbolism. You know what the cool thing is? Our animals dream. Animals dream.
That is true, yeah.
My animal's always running somewhere. Probably chasing. She is chasing things. I'm just going to let you know. That is Zilla. Zilla is a great name for a cat. As much as I love Godzilla, it has nothing to do with Godzilla, but we are a Godzilla family. Zilla is actually a Hebrew word that's used for a girl's name, and it means black.
Oh, I did not know that.
I know. Pretty creative naming that I did there.
Yeah, I like that. Smart there.
I know, yeah. So anyway, in the event Zilla comes back or her sister comes in, we'll introduce you and they can share their dream. And we're just going to sit here and wait. So today we're going to do dream symbolism. Yay! This is going to be part 3, and we're probably going to do one more of these over time. I think they're very helpful. If you actually go on the podcast and watch all the episodes, you're going to see a manifestation of a lot of these universal symbols.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important to have that understanding. But as was discussed in previous episodes, more than one, a universal symbol is not necessarily what is being represented in your dream. You need to really think about who you are, what you're going through, how you feel about things, you know, what is going on in your world. Mm-hmm. And all of that needs to be taken into consideration, and how you actually feel or interact with the symbol itself.
Right, and how it resonates with you.
Sex is a great thing to consider, that it could be something meaning really seeking intimacy, or, you know, something like that. But most of the time, in a lot of the dreams that we are looking at, because dreams often, anxiety is the most frequent emotional experience in a dream. Often it's power and control. It has nothing to do with any intimacy whatsoever. So it's very important that you understand that there's context, there's, you know, your internal thoughts and processes that are putting into this.
Right.
But overall, as a human, as humanity, we all have some common dream symbols that are very similar and predictable and understood. So we will start the first one.
Yes.
Fire. Yes.
So what does it mean, Dawn? Tell us what it means.
Well, fire is, you have two sides of fire, really. And fire can mean multiple things, okay? For instance, a spiritual symbolism could be the Holy Spirit. Fire is destructive. It could mean you have a complete loss of power in your life. If a raging fire is going on and you have nothing to put it out with, then that can indicate no power, no control. You are in a place where there's nothing you can do to prevent the destruction. It could mean passion.
Right. Or purification.
It could be. Yeah, purification's great. Burning out the old and ushering in the new. Mm-hmm. And anytime we see that really is a strong possibility. But once again, it has to make sense.
Right, the context
to you
clues. And
your life. But that is a really a good one. Fire can cause burn and injury. Mm-hmm. So you may, if you're having relationship issues or going through great difficulties, then fire may be more representing that. And sometimes our dream symbols represent more than one thing. So it could be that it represents pain and injury, but it also represents purification. Yeah. It could represent you've had great loss, but here's the new that's coming out of that. And our mind does that a lot. Our mind is extremely efficient when it comes to the dreaming process, which I think is awesome. Oftentimes, there are multiple meanings to just one symbol in a dream. So that's what I got on fire.
And then our next one, we're going to be doing pregnancy, being pregnant in a dream.
Yes, being pregnant. I love at my age when I dream I'm pregnant or having a baby. And the great thing is I truly do love it, because birthing something typically is related to you, maybe a project you're working on, or something that you're working toward, or goals that you're trying to realize. It's usually a very favorable sign in a dream, and it typically represents some kind of growth or development of something that you are creating or working on. And I love that. In
It's
fact,
a pretty easy one.
it is. It's very easy.
Telltale on that one.
That's right. It's so easy when you're dreaming that you're pregnant. Then you can think, What am I working on?
What am I working on?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, wait. I'm working on
created?
me. Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah,
I like that one. So I hope you guys dream about being pregnant.
Yeah,
tonight.
dream about being pregnant, because that actually is a good one. Let's talk about drowning.
Drowning. I feel like that one's also a telltale. So water, emotion.
Yes.
So being overwhelmed, in emotion.
Yeah, and that is exactly what it... See how great this works? And that's pretty much what it means. When you are drowning, it really is that you're overwhelmed in your life. Water typically, once again, spiritual, Holy Spirit, but water typically overall means emotionality. It could mean insight. It could mean your subconscious, but it's really internal goings on. And when you are dreaming that you're drowning, it literally means you're drowning in whatever's going on in your world. If you've taken on too much work, maybe drowning. Mm-hmm. Kind of surprised I'm not having drowning dreams now I think about it. If you are in the midst of a project, here's a good one. If financially you're struggling and you are drowning in debt or bills, that could be a manifestation that you'd see. So I think that any of that could really mean that. It's a pretty literal translation.
Yeah.
So just like birthing and pregnancy, it's pretty literal. A lot of these are.
Yeah.
Just remember, it's Pictionary, kind of.
Right. You kind of have to know it, but you also have to understand other things through it.
Yeah. So we should make a game. Oh, we'll do that.
A dream game.
I know. Wouldn't that be fun? I know. We should do that. We'll think about this.
Yeah.
The final one that we are going to talk about, and everybody's had one of these dreams, I think, most everybody. Losing your teeth. Mm-hmm. Losing your teeth. Wow. My common way of having that dream is I'm suddenly realizing I have a loose tooth and I wiggle it and it comes out. That's how that happens for me.
Yeah.
But there are multiple meanings for this one. But pretty much, it's a stress dream. All right, we could just really say it's.
I feel like losing your teeth would be stressful.
Absolutely.
I would be stressing about it during it, after it, and around it.
And part of that, it could very well be symbolizing your image or your perception of how other people think of you.
Okay, yeah.
So that really can be a strong indicator. If you're struggling with your friend group or maybe coworkers at work and you start losing your teeth, it may really be that you are stressed because there may be some interactions that are questionable that you're not feeling comfortable with, like they're talking behind your back or something. So that could be
stressful.
It is very stressful. Yeah. It could be other kind. It could mean loss, right? The loss of teeth could mean loss.
Yeah.
So you're experiencing great loss. Could be a loss of a relationship, a loss of just about anything. Doesn't even have to be huge, but it needs to be significant to you.
Right, for your brain to subconsciously think about that.
That's right. I think that is really a very important thing, and sometimes some of the symbolism that happens is because you may have been just talking about it or saw it or something like that during the day. Yeah.
And it just catches your brain
a little bit
later.
It does. So it could be loss, and it could be the stress of self-image issue, and it could also be something new chapter, losing the old and making way for the new.
And I feel like a lot of stuff's like that too. I feel like, your body's always ready for you to go on better and bigger and better things.
That's right. That's right.
That's less stressful.
I will tell you, doing dream analysis as long as I have, I've never seen that manifestation of the symbol that way.
Yeah.
But I understand that it can be. And I understand that it does. So if you've actually had a dream of losing your teeth, and it turns out that it's something really favorable, or you're coming into a new chapter of your life, a new challenge, put that in the comments or send me an email at dreams@daunw.com so that we can take a look at that. That would be awesome. And send us your dreams, especially if they have a universal symbol in them. We would love to take a look at that.
Like any drowning dreams or being pregnant.
And I do want to say, just because something is a universal symbol doesn't mean that it's not going to be as a personal symbol in your dream, right? So that is, you got to be creative in this, and it has to resonate with you what the meaning derived is.
You get that stomach feeling. You're like, oh yeah, that's exactly
wow,
what that means.
The epiphany,
the aha moment.
The aha. That's right. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us for this third episode on Dream Symbolism. I hope you have a great week, and I hope you have sweet dreams tonight.
See ya.
And like and subscribe.
Thanks, Robbie, for my cute little mushroom.